Hey love, welcome back to Commanding Life. If you're new here, I'm so glad you're here, and if you've been riding with me for a while, thank you. You already know, this is your reminder to come back to yourself. Today, we begin something powerful. This month, we're diving into a truth that quietly runs your entire life, whether you're aware of it or not. Self-trust. Self-trust is the root of every breakthrough. Every yes. Every no. Every boundary, every aligned decision, every time you say, "This is who I am," and you mean it. But most people don't know how to cultivate it, and even more of us don't realize how often we break it. So if you've been feeling stuck in indecision, if you're tired of asking for everyone else's opinion before listening to your own, if you constantly second-guess, spiral in what-ifs, and still don't feel sure, then this video, and this series, is for you. Make sure you subscribe if this already resonates, because we're going all in over the next 4 weeks. Each episode will build on the next, and I don't want you to miss what's coming. Let me start by saying this clearly. You don't have a confidence problem. You don't need another affirmation, another course, or another productivity hack. You need to rebuild the relationship between you and your inner knowing. No matter how much mindset work you do, no matter how good your vision board looks, if you don't trust your own voice, you'll keep shrinking. You'll keep waiting. You'll keep wondering, what's wrong with me? And nothing is wrong with you. But chances are, somewhere along the way, you were taught to believe that someone else knew better than you did. Maybe it started in childhood. Don't be so sensitive. You're too dramatic. That's not the right way, because I said so. You were trained to disconnect from what you felt, and in its place, you learned to perform, to people please, to get it right, to stay safe. I know this pattern well. There was a time when I had a crystal-clear gut feeling. I knew something was no longer meant for me. I knew it in my body. I knew it in my dreams. I knew it when I was alone and honest with myself. But I stayed. I talked myself out of my truth. I told myself I was being emotional. I wanted confirmation. I wanted a reason to leave that wouldn't make me feel like I failed. So, I ignored myself. And that choice cost me something deeper than time. It cost me self-trust. That's the real consequence of not listening to your inner voice. You stop believing yourself. And when that happens, life becomes exhausting. You overanalyze everything. You outsource your power. You go in circles. And then you wonder why it feels like you're doing all the work but nothing's changing. Let me say this again for someone who needs to hear it. Self-trust is a skill, one you can learn, one you can come back to, one that already lives inside you. You just haven't practiced it in a while. And that's okay, because self-trust isn't about always being right. It's not about never being afraid. It's not about always knowing exactly what to do. It's about honoring your own voice, even when it's shaky. It's saying, "This doesn't make sense to anyone else, but it feels right to me." It's saying, "I'm scared, but I'm still going." It's saying, "I've got my own back, even if no one else claps for this decision." You don't need more proof. You need more presence. You need more quiet moments where you ask yourself what's true for you, and then honor the answer without shame. Let's pause for a second. If you have a journal nearby, write this down. When was the first time I learned not to trust myself? Think back. Was it a moment someone dismissed you? A time you were told your feelings were too much? A time you failed and no one held space for your healing? That moment planted a belief that maybe your voice wasn't safe, that maybe your feelings were wrong, that maybe you shouldn't choose for yourself again. But you're not that child anymore. You're not that wounded version of you. You are capable. You are wise. You are ready. And if the idea of trusting yourself again feels scary, it's because the part of you that's been silenced is waking up. That's a good sign. That means your power is returning. So what do you do next? Start small. Self-trust is rebuilt one choice at a time. Keep promises to yourself. Honor your energy. Make a decision today without polling 10 people. Practice saying no without apologizing. Speak your truth, even if your voice shakes. Your body always knows. Your heart always whispers. Your intuition never lies. And you? You've always had the answer. You just needed space to hear it. So here's what I'd love to know in the comments. When was a time you knew something and didn't listen? What did it teach you? Or if you're ready to reclaim your power, type, "I trust myself again." Let this be your turning point. Let this be the moment you choose to trust you more than you trust your fear. And if this message landed, send it to someone who's been second-guessing themselves, because this world doesn't need more perfect people. It needs more people who are honest with themselves. Next week, we'll go deeper. We'll talk about how to actually stop the second-guessing cycle and shift into clear, confident self-leadership. Make sure you're subscribed, and if you're feeling brave, say it out loud. I trust myself. I honor what I feel. I follow what I know. Not because it's easy, not because it's certain, but because it's mine. Trust yourself a little more today than you did yesterday. That's enough. That's it for this message. As always, many blessings to you.